everyone, how are you? Hope you're all doing really well and keeping healthy and enjoying, I'm hoping, which is the summer. So we had a really good heat wave on the weekend, and it seems to be coming and going now. It's I'm recording this video on a Wednesday, so it's currently quite cold, outside, windy outside, and it's raining as well. But anyway, so I thought today's recipe, I'm going to try and make today's recipe for the summer, as it is going to be hopefully going to be getting better. So as you can see here, I've got a variety of some ingredients. I've got some frozen raspberries, and I've got some fresh mangoes, some yogurt, some honey, some peanut butter, and some chia seeds. Now let me see if any of you can guess what I will be making, and if I'm probably right by now, you'll probably see it in the title anyway. So today I'm making a really delicious and healthy ice cream, because it's the time of the year where everyone's stocking up with ice creams, and a lot of shop bought ice creams, they're just packed with fat and sugar. And obviously in this weather you do feel like eating something cold and something citrusy and fruity. So I'm going to show you a really quick recipe to make ice cream from home. And I've chosen the most popular flavours of ice creams that you would probably enjoy in summer. So raspberry is really good, really common. The raspberries coming in season now as well, so you'll be able to find them in supermarkets and not very expensive. Now these particular raspberries were fresh, but I froze them about 2 weeks ago. I got a really big batch. I went to Spitzfield Market, and they had a really big box of raspberries for a really good price. So I brought loads, and we had half of them there and then, and half of them I froze for another day. And again, raspberries and yogurt, raspberries and ice cream, raspberries and milk, it just goes so well together. And then we've got mangoes. Mangoes again are coming in season. Now some of you may have noticed that usually the Asian kind of mangoes that we would buy from fruit stalls are really expensive. And it's because of the coronavirus. Everything's economy is really suffering. So the mangoes that we would normally get from Asia, from Pakistan and India, they're costing so much by the time they reach here. So the price is increased a lot. But these particular mangoes I got these are Spanish mangoes, and they were on offer in Tesco's. So they're not the really ripe and sweet mangoes, but they're still sweet. But they have the tangy kind of taste, which I really like as well. Anyway, so instead of cream and like a normal ice cream, you would use cream, double cream, and condensed milk, evaporated milk, and all sorts of fatty milks. We are going to be using some low-fat yogurt. Now, you can choose any yogurt you like. I've chosen this particular yogurt. This brand is Lancashire Farm. It's made out of free-range milk, and this is so natural bio yogurt. So it's good for your gut, it's healthy, it's reasonable price, and then you can make it to taste in any way you like, and you don't have to feel guilty when you're eating this ice cream, because you're not eating a load of fat. Yes, there is a debate, is yogurt healthy or not? It depends what yogurt you eat, and it depends the quantity of how much you eat. If you're having yogurt like 3 times a day, then of course it's not going to be healthy, and you have to choose the right yogurt. So I personally really like this yogurt. It's not too thick and it's not too creamy, it's just a perfect consistency. Now to make the yogurt, to make the ice cream, you need something to bind the ingredients together, because in a normal, like I mentioned, you'll be using double cream and condensed milk, and they're full of sugars, and sugars are what help combine all the ingredients together. So in this ice cream recipe, we are going to be using peanut butter. So not only is peanut butter going to give it a really nice subtle taste, but also it's going to give it a smooth texture, and it's going to bind all the ingredients together. You can use any peanut butter you like. I always like smooth peanut butter. Other people in my family disagree. They like crunchy peanut butter. We have a very big debate on this. So if you want the crunch of the peanuts in your ice cream, then why not go ahead for the crunchy peanut butter. Ideally, usually I make my own nut butter from home. I make cashew butter, walnut butter, peanut butter, hazelnut butter, all the butters from home, and almond butter as well. But I think I'm going to keep that for another recipe another day. I'm probably going to do that in the class when we get to when the class is open again, because I think everybody would like to see them. see how they're made and how easy they are. And while you're making your almond butter and your nut butter and cashew butter, it's so easy to make the milk as well, almond milk, cashew milk, and you know, really good dairy-free alternatives. Right, so we're going to be combining some peanut butter and then the chia seeds. Now, chia seeds really don't need any explanation at all. So chia seeds are a natural aging agent to help form all the ingredients together. And if you remember in the class, we did a chocolate and chia seed pudding. If you let it set for a little while, then it comes really delicious. It's almost like a jelly, it's almost like gelatin in your pudding, but in this case there's no gelatin, it's just chia seeds. Right, so I'm not going to be combining both of the fruits together. I'm going to be making two separate ice creams because if you combine the raspberries and mango together, you won't be able to taste the ingredients. So we're going to start off with the mango, ice cream. So first of all, I'm going to get a chopping board. Here's my chopping board and a knife. Right, so I've already peeled the mangoes just to save some time, and now I'm going to get the mangoes and just I'm not going to make too much, because if I make too much right now in the video, then it's going to take a lot of time. So I'll just make a little bit for now so we can get both of the ice creams done in time. So we're just going to finely chop the mangoes, and you don't need to worry about chopping them too fine because they are going to be going in the blender. And this is so easy to do. Right, once it's all chopped, really simple, we're going to puree this. So to puree it, you're going to get your blender, your bullet blender. And if you don't have a blender, don't worry. All you need to do is chop your mangoes really fine, and then you'll have some mango chunks in the ice cream, but I don't think you would mind that. Right, so in goes, and then we're going to get 1 dollop of, just a small dollop, not too much right now at this stage, 1 dollop of the yogurt, and now we're going to mix this. Okay, so now the mango puree has blitzed really well. There are still a few lumps, but I don't mind that. In fact, it's going to just give a nice texture to the mango puree, to the mango ice cream. Now you're probably thinking that's not a lot, but I'm not making too much. I'm just making enough for one small tub, because actually I'm going to be making a few different flavors over the week. Because me and my family, we like changes, we like a lot of changes, and I like to make things in fresh batches, especially if they're so easy just as this to make. Make sure you have a spatula. If you don't have one, they only cost £1 or £2. They're so worth it because they help you reduce waste by clearing out everything in your pots and pans. Right. Okie doke. My hands again. And then we're going to get some spoons. Right, time for the peanut butter. I'm going to be putting in 1 big spoon of peanut butter. So this is also the kind of fat, the healthy fat contribution in the ice cream. So just in case you're thinking, oh, this is going to be a bit too much of a healthy ice cream, you don't need to worry. You will have some kind of fat, but a healthy fat. And look out for a brand that doesn't have too much sugar content and too much oil, palm oil content in your peanut butter. But again, if you can make peanut butter from home, it is the most simplest thing you could do. It's even easier to make peanut butter than baby food. That's how easy it is. Okay. Now you can do this bit in the blender. I just prefer doing it by hand. And the reason why I want to do it by hand is because I don't want to completely dissolve the peanut butter. I want to leave a few bits in there to taste. I think peanut butter and mango goes really well. This is a combination that I discovered after like years of trials and of making different flavors of ice cream. Never would you think that peanut butter and ice cream would go, peanut butter and mango would go together. So the last thing you want to do is add two strong ingredients together. That way your ingredients won't stand out. Right, here we go. And now we're going to get 2 spoons of honey, and this is going to be our extra sweetener. Clean that out. And there we go. There's our mango ice cream done. This looks amazing. Okay, and now what I like to do is I buy these containers from Asda. They're about £3 for 12 containers, and they come in different sizes. The reason why I like these is because I put the ice creams in here and I set them in the freezer, and then when we want to eat an ice cream, we just pull out 1 tub, and that's enough for like 2 people to share. That way we don't need to put the ice cream back in the freezer, and they're measured as well. So they've got measurements on here: 50 ml, 100 ml, 150 ml. So you know how much you actually how much you're going to be eating and how much you're storing away. So this is really good to store food and the portion control as well. So I like to freeze my ice creams in here, and like I said, it's just so convenient. Just take the box out of the freezer, finish the ice cream and put it in the sink to wash. It's better than using disposable. Right, so I'm going to get my ice cream. I'm going to put it in here. Make sure you clean out the sides. There we go. Right, that's our mango and peanut butter ice cream done. And this is going to go in the freezer. If you want to, you can make a little ripple if you like, but I'm going to leave that as it is. There we go, and this is going to go in the freezer. And now we're going to get on with the raspberry ice cream. Now in the same jug, no, I'm not washing the jug, because in here I'm going to be putting basically the same ingredients, but instead of mangoes it'll be raspberries. So if anything, there will just be additional kind of flavor in this ice cream. And not to worry, the mango is not going to overpower the raspberry in any kind of way. Raspberry just doesn't need any help at all in that. Right, so here we go. We're going to get 2 spoons of raspberries. And again, fresh raspberries or frozen raspberries, it doesn't matter. If they're shop brought frozen raspberries, however, you do need to be careful, because sometimes they do have additional sugars and citric acids, and that can spoil the taste and texture, especially when they're combined with any kind of dairy. So here we go, 2 spoons of yogurt. And now this is going to go in the blender to blitz. Now, are you ready to see the magic? Here we go. Now, like I said, raspberry just doesn't need any kind of help whatsoever. Look how beautiful that color is. It's so beautiful, it's so attractive, and it's so important, even when you're making something healthy, to make it look attractive. And actually, you're not putting any effort in here. The raspberry does all the work. It's almost like you've put yogurt and food coloring together. Right. So here we go, and we will be repeating some very similar steps in here. So just wash your hands. And just keep washing my hands after every step. Right, so let's repeat. Before we do the honey, we're going to do the chia seeds. Okay, so I'm using about 1 scoop of chia seeds. Actually, half a scoop. That's about half a spoon of chia seeds. Bring in there. And we're going to mix this. So, the chemistry of chia seeds is that you need to let them sit with something wet in order for them to become jelly kind of form. And again, chia seeds, I told you, they are really, really good for magnesium. They are really good antioxidant and really, really good to boost your energy levels in the body. So in olden days, warriors used to like have a spoonful of chia seeds before they would go onto, you know, onto their day of fighting in the war, and this would help them, you know, keep lifted their energy levels. All right, so what you want to do at this step is keep mixing this, and while you're mixing it, before you add any other ingredients, the chia seeds are gonna expand in size, and you'll be able to feel that by the texture changing. It's going to get thicker and thicker, and that's where the chia seeds are doing half the work in forming the ice cream before this even goes into the freezer. Right, so we had to cut it off there. Right, now we're going to add in 2 spoons, actually all of this, 2 spoons of the honey. If you want to use maple syrup instead of honey, you can. Just make sure if you do use maple syrup, it's a good quality maple syrup. Otherwise, cheaper quality will be not 100% pure. Unfortunately, yes. Right, and then we're going to do, again, this time we're going to be using half a spoon of peanut butter. We don't need to use a full spoon because we've got the chia seeds that are doing the work. And again, the taste of raspberries are slightly different. The texture of raspberries are different to mangoes. Mangoes are a bit subtle. They need a bit of help with the kind of thickness and smoothness. Whereas raspberries, because it's a sharp flavour, they're going to be doing the work of producing the flavour. So we're going to be mixing this really, really well. And you want to stir this for a good 5 minutes. Keep stirring until you see that everything is dissolved. At this point, if you want to add any additional ingredients like coconuts or chopped nuts, anything you like, chocolate chips, it doesn't have to be a typical combination of raspberries and coconut or raspberries and almonds, anything you like. Some people like, one of my friends, she really likes raspberries and poppy seeds. I know it sounds like such a weird combination, but actually it works really, really well. Right. Okie doke. So that's going really, really well. And actually, I think I will add something in here. I'm going to add some, I'll show you what. Here we go. This is my ingredients that I'm going to be adding in my ice cream, is some dried basil. If I had fresh basil, I would be using fresh basil, but otherwise I'm using dried basil. Raspberries and basil go so well. Well, in my palate they do anyway. But yeah, like I just said, think out of the box and see something different. Something that you think, I think I would like that. So I'm just going to mix the basil, the dried basil herbs. And if I could just tell you how amazing it smells. Oh my god, I could just drink this as a smoothie as it is. Right. Okay, there we go. That's done. And I'm going to put this in the container. Oh, that's perfect amount. Okie doke. Right. Now, this is going to sit in the container for about 10 minutes before I put it in the freezer. And the reason why I want to spend about 10 minutes it being out of the freezer, just to help the chia seeds to kind of expand and do their work. And actually at this point, if you think that you want to have it as it is, then just put a few extra chia seeds and this will become a mousse. You won't need to do nothing else. You can put it in the freezer if you like, but otherwise you can eat it like a mousse. So that's the magic of chia seeds. And there's something else that does the same thing as chia seeds. I forgot the name of it again. I'll find the name and let you know. But in our language we call it tukhmalanga. So it's called like the sister of chia seeds. Again, it's really, really good for producing antioxidants in the body, increase the fiber, the digestion. So what they do, they go in the body and they expand and they help produce lots of water cells. Right, So this is going to cover, and this is going to sit for about 15 minutes, and then I'm going to put both of the ice creams in the freezer, and these will need to set for about 6 hours. So basically I'm going to see you again in 6 hours, and then I'm going to show you different ways you can be eating your ice cream to make them fun and enjoyable and not feeling like you're missing out on something because you're having a healthier version. Right, it's okay. Hope you guys enjoy. Let me just show you these once before I put them in. There you go. There's our mango one. That one's already looking like it's setting. Amazing. Okay, so these are going to go in the freezer, and then we will be back in about 6 hours. Okay guys, so the ice cream has been in the freezer for a good 7 hours now, and so the ice cream set, and I think it's going to be very, very nice. Right, so let me get a spoon. Let's open it up. So we have the lemon and peanut butter one, sorry, the mango and peanut butter one there, and here is a raspberry one. So I left it out for about 5 minutes, so it's a little bit soft and easy to scoop out. Now if you want, you can either eat it as it is. That's a good thing about putting them in small containers, or then you can scoop it out. And so I'm going to scoop one scoop out of each, and get a bowl, show you how easy it is and how it looks so much, resembles so much like a normal ice cream. There we go. That looks so delicious and creamy. And I wish I could tell you how amazing this would taste. So we've got the, I'm going to mix both of them up just for the sake of presentation. And we've got a raspberry one here. That looks yummy. Now, if I was serving this to my kids, I'll probably get ice cream cone and put it in a cone for them, and they probably would not even be able to tell that this is like a healthy cake, because it's just a psychological thing with kids. If you tell them that something's healthy, all of a sudden, you know, they already set it in their mind that it's not going to be tasty. But if you tell them it's like a normal ice cream, they wouldn't even be able to taste the difference. But luckily my kids are quite happy having the healthy alternatives. They enjoy it because they see the kind of experiments I do in the kitchen, and I get them involved. And sometimes, you know, I come in the kitchen and there's already something ready for me, which is quite good. That's the benefit of getting the kids involved. So here we go. We've got mango and peanut butter and raspberry, and it's going to have a bit of a taste. That is lovely. You have to try the combination of mango and some kind of nut. We don't have like cashews or hazelnuts. You can just use peanut butter. That is actually really, really nice. And I'm not just saying this for the video, for the sake of the video. I cannot even tell the difference that there is yogurt instead of cream in here. And that's what the peanut butter helps with. And then we've got the raspberry. This is just raspberry and chia seed. Oh my god. That is amazing. That is so good. Obviously I know what it tastes like anyway, but just having it fresh sometimes, it tastes so much different and so nice. Right, so I'm just going to chop this up with a few dates, medjool dates, because this is actually, I'm having this for breakfast. I'm going to be having this for breakfast, and I'm going to just top it up with a little bit of honey. So I want to make my breakfast really filling and something that will keep me going for the rest of the day, and I don't need to worry because I'm not having any extra sugars or any extra fats. I'm just having a really, really healthy breakfast. But because it's a nice hot day, well actually it's Thursday morning now, and it was really badly raining for a good like 5 minutes, but now the sun is out, so I'm going to be sitting in the garden and having an ice cream breakfast. That just sounds so weird, doesn't it? But it works. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and please do try this. It really works, and it just tastes amazing, and yeah, it's really good for you. All right, take care everyone, and hopefully see you next week.